So, someone asked me how I became poly, and I want to talk a little bit about that with you guys. So, I became poly after a sticky situation in my monogamous marriage occurred, okay? So, my husband decided that there was a break in our communication. I decided that there was a natural disconnect and it was just the tides and the flow. And both of us neglected in a very important part of our relationship, which was the communication. I found that my partner was having an affair, and it literally broke my heart, you guys. It broke my heart. It broke my heart. It broke my heart. Just fast forward, it broke my heart, okay? Without the antics. Okay? And I didn't know what to do. So, in all my divine righteousness, okay, I called the goddess and I was like, hey, are you sleeping with my husband? She's like, I was sleeping with him. I told him to go back home and get his stuff right because I didn't like the idea of him wanting to be with me and da 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 da. But she was so sweet, y'all. What threw me off, it it like threw me off. It threw me off how sweet she was, because I was expecting, demon juice, or whatever Kevin Hart said them kids be talking about when we don't know what they're talking about. That's what I expected. I expected some way out stuff that was gonna put me into this crazy vibrational energy that I don't usually rest in anyway. But I was ready to perform. And she got on the phone so gracefully and spoke so kind. It still didn't take away from what it did to me spiritually, because I hadn't cheated on my husband. Before then, I had not quite put the words together of being an open relator, but I knew that I liked to see multiple partners. I knew that I liked to experience life with no limits. I was raised with so many different limits and boundaries, and I just always went against that. I was always somebody who knew that I was not meant to follow what everybody is doing, but to create what feels great for me in my world and actually live that. So that's what I did. I explained that, but it came with the heartbreak, y'all. So she was all kind and cordial, and I ended up telling him, like, you didn't have to play me, or pretend like you wanted to be monogamous when you didn't, because we basically wanted the same thing. You wanted what you wanted, I want what I want, but we both value this commitment. And on some other shit, y'all, I did his natal chart and my natal chart, and we were cosmically aligned in this life. We definitely have a marriage that was supposed to happen in this existence based on our charts, which is why I have all my couples fill out their natal charts. We're going over your charts. We're going to go over different specific details that can help enlighten and activate you in your relationship. Back. So we didn't have a conversation about it. He ended up moving the way he wanted to move. It broke my heart, but I found peace. We found peace, rather, with the fact of knowing that the only thing that was missing was clear communication. We didn't communicate from our true desires, and y'all, it kind of paralleled. It went downward or whatever. So I decided at that point, y'all, after I healed up, that was around the time that Lemonade came out. Okay, Beyonce, shout out to you, girl. Hold up, they don't love you like I love you. Slow down, they don't love you like I love you. So that's when her shit came out. The Lemonade album was out, and no, it was that album. I think, is that the album when he cheated on her? Our shit was going on at the same time, basically. I was in frequency with Beyonce. So that was the album that was on repeat for me, as well as the Janae. I was listening to Janae Aiko, certain songs. This is the saddest story, like shit like that. Yeah, I was going in on that energy. And y'all, I healed up. Once I healed up, I realized that I was never going to let a masculine energy pull me away from a sister. I don't even know who that woman is to this day, y'all. And if she ever seen this video and remembered me or anything, like, I would even like connect with the goddess. I swear I would, because she left such a peaceful taste in my mouth about the exploration of polyamory. Granted, y'all, I've had multiple experiences since, and not all good, lots of learned lessons, you know what I'm saying? Some super grand and beautiful. I'm still relating now, and it's beautiful over here. But that goddess really did put a positive, even in spite of the energy being like traumatic, right? She definitely was peaceful with it. And so, yeah, it helped me ultimately, like I said, decide that I was never going to allow a man to put me against my sister. So if I ended up being in a partnership with a man who was also loved by another woman, like, I would be with that because of how I like to relate and how I like dates and I like traveling and I like newness and I like fun and I like relationships that are not as, when you have a nesting partner or when you have a partner that you're doing bills and finances and other things with, the conversations are deeper. When you have a partner you have children with, the conversations are deeper. It's so much that goes into that, where sometimes the dating, the fun and the spontaneity of not knowing one another and getting that can be fun, that can be enriching. So it came to a point where we both had to embrace that we were full embodied beings, and this is what we want as full embodied beings. And can we have that grace for each other whilst embracing our fullness? That's what it boiled down to, y'all. So yes, I am your favorite poly priestess and coach, couples retreat curator for the monogamous and the poly couples, because I love them both. I love love. I love that you guys love each other. I love that you've loved yourselves enough to love another. And that's the major key. So come and allow these experiences to nourish and love on you the way you so powerfully and beautifully show up in your partners, in your husband, in your wife, in your families, whatever you're in your units space, right? That's what I need y'all to do. But that's why I became poly, y'all. I became poly because I felt like I never wanted to betray my sister over a masculine, and I'd rather find a way to make it work. And so, yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm here to pave a way that feels a little bit different. Some of us have gone through the trauma, and I want to be clear, not all experiences have to be traumatic before you have like success in them. There's no trial and error when it comes to polyamory. Like, you're not going to jump in an airplane and just get to flying it and you've never flown an airplane before, are you? No, you're going to read some instructions, you're going to learn. There is a culture attached to Western relating, and we have like a practice or a program of what we believe it should look like, but we don't have those same tools for polyamory. So I am excited, y'all, because I will be working with some of the greats in this space and field very soon and sharing the magic with you all, rather that we're co-creating very soon. Those who have decades of skills and experience in this, and those that are like myself, newer coming into the space, but ready to set the tone and share these gifts with the collective. It's a beautiful message, y'all. And I'm excited to be in this space. So I love you guys.